Pedal to the Metal is an all-round muscle car performance speed shop. We buy and sell muscle cars, we restore muscle cars, we do engine building, body shop building, and we have a paint shop, and we have a large parts department for those cars. We started this business purely out of a hobby. I've always been very interested into classic cars, and in a very early year of age I realized that muscle car was the type of car that I really liked. So we started with one car to restore that car, learned a lot about it, and that's in basics how we started, just with one car, with one friend who wanted us to restore his car as well. And before we knew it, we didn't have one car to restore, but it was 3, 4 or 5, and then everything else automatically came along. So we decided to do the whole process in our own shop. We also do restoration work, which depends on the client's wishes and the condition of a car that he already has or a car that he wants. Then we can either look for a car for him, buy the car and restore the car, or sometimes the client already has a car and we are going to restore that car for him. Now, restoration means a totally disassembly of the car, totally nut and bolt restoration, which means the car goes into a rotisserie, and every detail, every part on the car is going to be looked at, inspected. The engine, transmission, the rear axle, the brakes, fuel lines, all the electronics on the car, and if it's needed, it's going to be restored. When the car is ready, it's going to be acid dipped. That means that the whole body is going to be acid dipped to clean it out, take out of all the rust. And then we're going to do all the body work to the car, make sure that the body panels are okay, all rust is removed. We put on new sheet metal where needed on the car, and after that the car will be totally prepped for coating, and after coating the car is ready for paint. Of course, we have an engine building department where engines are totally taken apart and either built to stock specifications or on the client's request can be built to high performance specifications. We build engines from in between 250 up to 2000 horsepower, depending the budget and the type of car that the client wants. And when the car is done, we do completely test drives, check every nut and bolt on the car if the restoration was according to our quality, and then it's ready for presentation to the customer. We are dealer and importer of all the main brands in parts in the United States. For some of the parts suppliers, we are even the European head office, which means that we distribute the parts throughout Europe, also to other colleagues and other car builders, which we do from this building here in Jouwen in the Netherlands. course, you always have clients who don't want a restoration process. They want to sit in the car, step in it and drive in it. And that's why we also have a showroom with always approximately 20 to 25 high quality cars. All the cars are 99% ready to start driving. Drag racing started for us in the Netherlands, in Drachten. And of course we got hooked up to that sport because it's a very addictive type of car sport. One of the tracks we also race on is the Hockenheim Ring in Germany, where every year you have the Nitro Olympics, a very big drag racing event where all the top teams in Europe are coming together. We also race in Centerpart Raceway, one of the oldest drag strips in Europe, if not the oldest one. That's in England. That's the last track that we visited last year, where we did a test weekend for the new car that we built last year, the Plymouth Roadrunner 1969, with a 550 cubic inch engine with a blower that runs on methanol and has a setup of 1200 horsepower now, but we can add it and change the setup for the engine, so then it will go up to 2000 horsepower.
And our European competitor, that's a lot of horsepower. This car was specifically built to come and race here for this event. It's a lot of horsepower there.
We are more car builders and developers than really wanting to win every race. For us, the technical point of view with the sport, making sure that the car that you have in mind does what it needs to do. We really lose ourselves in the technique that is involved. So each car is treated like it's one of our own.